We welcome Dr. Ashish Gupta once again for this FDP day 4, session 1. We have his introduction, but just a brief introduction once again. Dr. Ashish Gupta is presently working as a full-time faculty in marketing at Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, IFT, New Delhi, under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, New Delhi. He has a vast research experience. His specialization is marketing, customer relationship management, service quality, branding, and consumer behavior. He has a lot of research papers to his credit in renowned journals in Scopus and many international journals. Um, he has around 20 research papers, and he has also done an international faculty development program from Aston Business School, Aston University, Birmingham, US, UK in August 2019. So on this note, I welcome Dr. Ashish Gupta, and I would request him to please start his session.
Okay, a very good morning to all participants. Uh, and today's session is on brand positioning and understanding the strategies of branding for events. This topic is more connected towards marketing of events. As a marketing faculty, we always used to discuss the marketing, branding, segmentation, targeting, and positioning of events in our regular conversation with the students, conversation with my industry participants, those who come for discussion or for a consultancy assignments. So it is a core part of any product marketing, any service marketing. And today we are going to talk about events marketing, how to market your events, because I think this is the second last day of the event and you have covered many different topics in this segment. Maybe you talked about the supply chain, operation, communication, planning, execution, budgeting, a number of things that you will discuss in the coming sessions as well, or you have covered few sessions. But marketing plays a very important role to communicate with your participants. Participants here means your audience. I'm not using the word consumer specifically because when we use the word consumer, we always connect this term with products and services. But I'm using the word audience because the audience who attend your programs, who attend your events. So before to begin, my slides are visible. Anyone can confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So in my session plan of today's discussion, we'll talk about understanding the basic terminology that we talked about on branding, positioning, targeting, and other relevant concepts that we use in event marketing. What are the challenges and how firms do or event planners do or they face the challenges, what are the processes and the components and the dimensions of positioning and branding of events. Positioning is also known as imaging. How to create an image in the mind of consumer means that you are a well-placed event in the mind of consumer. I'm taking examples in context of events because we are talking specifically for events. Otherwise, if we take examples from business, I'm a faculty of marketing, so I used to take many examples from business arena. When we think about search engine, Google always comes first. Why not Alta Vista? Why not Microsoft Edge or Microsoft anything Bing as a service provider? When we think about the biscuits, the small commodity which comes in rupees 5, Parleji always comes on the top of mind. Why not others? So this is what positioning, how you place your product, how you place your services in the mind of consumer by utilizing the core aspects of marketing, that is on a USP. What is unique selling propositions of your product? It is a price, it is quality, it is availability, or what? So you have to define and you have to communicate the same thing to your consumers. We are best. When we think about batteries, Duracell always comes in our mind. 17 times more stronger than other normal battery. There was a time when we have used Eveready or Nippo or XYZ batteries, but now today people are talking about Duracell just because of the performance. So performance is the key component, a USP of that product. Now I'm coming back to the event. So we'll also talk about best practices in branding of events, global and domestic perspective both. So when I was preparing the slides 2 days back, so a few questions suddenly came to my mind. What is the purpose of doing this exercise, branding, marketing, positioning? Why we should do this? And how difficult it is? So I noted the questions in my slide. What is the point of organizing a conference or planning an event if nobody is going to show up? Yeah, this is a challenging question. You are planning a business summit, you are planning an event, whether it's a formal or informal, whether it's a personal or professional, whether it's a wedding ceremony or it's a birthday or it's a retirement party or it's a business summit, conference with your industry partners. And the second question is, how can you guarantee that people will show up and the target audience that you desire, they'll come to attend? So these are the two challenging questions which comes to my mind and I thought I should share with you before proceeding on the discussion of branding and positioning of events. And these questions will definitely help us in knowing what to do and how to do. So as an event planner, as an event manager, or as an event organization, how to achieve the maximum visibility of our event into the market, whether you are doing domestic market or you are hosting any event in global market. So the major important component of every event is target audience. I'm specifically using the term audience, not consumer, because I'm not selling any product. I'm not selling any commodity. I'm not selling any goods. My zone of operations are different. Although I'm selling services, events comes under services. But the marketing of events is typically different. Event is only successful when you get your participants, when you get your audience. The FDP you are attending, I'm sure, I also had a discussion with Dr. Walia that she told me that she has more than 70 participants in this FDP. So it's quite a good number. An event is successful. And the FDP is successful when you have the right kind of audience for your program. And understanding the audience, understanding the requirements of the audience, identifying the resources for audience is also a challenging task. That your audience will be happy to receive what you are communicating. Whether we talk about a music concert, whether we talk about business summit, recently one business summit concluded in Bengal during 7 or 8 February last year, 19. Bengal means business. They branded their summit into the market by using this hashtag. Bengal means business. B for Bengal, B for business. Similarly, if you see any religious cultural event like Ganesh Utsav in Maharashtra, it is only successful because of the faith of the individual in his own culture, belief, gatherings, celebrations. And Ganesh Utsav, particularly in Maharashtra, is the most celebrated event. Similarly, in Kolkata, Durga Puja Mahotsav is most celebrated event in Kolkata. Janmashtami in Uttar Pradesh is most celebrated event, not in UP as well as throughout the country. Audience, stadium without audience. How you will imagine a stadium without audience? If no one is for cheering, that boosts the motivation of the players. So in every moment or in every event, you need some type of people. Business summit, of course, is a formal event. Ganesh Utsav is towards informal because as such there is no specific protocols. People celebrate in his or her own way. Music concerts are also for enjoyment, parties, with a mix of that. Similar for that sports game. People enjoy, people cheer, people do many things. Share their expressions, sadness, happiness, a number of things they do. So for branding and marketing of events and positioning of events, we have to identify the target audience. To whom? My event is to whom? My services to whom? Every event is unique. You cannot compare. Every event is different. It is unique. They have some unique challenges they pose on the planner. And your event branding needs to present a special engagement to be memorable for your attendees. Engagement with event. It is important. What unique things you are doing, how you are incorporating the concept of USP, unique selling proposition. Whether it's a concept of event, whether it's a client means your participant who is organizing. The location is very unique. The pricing is very unique. What is the USP? Sometimes people go to attend a specific event just because of location. Go Goa. Goa is famous for. Goa is a destination is famous for organizing several events of different nature, whether it's a wedding party, whether it's a celebration, whether it's a success party or any kind of. So Goa is one of the most favorite outdoor destination. Similarly, when we go to the global scenario, people go to Maldives, people go to Thailand, people go to Europe. Ranbir Singh and Deepika Padukone marriage ceremony were in Europe. So they celebrated. They spent a lot of money to make that event memorable. It was captured by media houses, magazines, entertainment magazine, or number of the news channels. It was one example. So when we see the event, you know, just like when we introduce any product or service to market, the success of event is also depends on right segmentation and targeting of customers. The client, concept, audience. There are three important terminologies that we use. Who is the client? Who is organizing? What is the concept of that event, and who will be the audience? And all these three work together to achieve the maximum success. And more importantly, the audience. Gathering audience for event is a challenging task. Sometimes concept may be good, like you are organizing a marathon for your charity fund, but very few people participating in this half marathon by Airtel or XYZ company. Concept is also nice. Client is also, the one who is doing this Airtel is more popular, but audience is not there. So all success lies in the numbers, and numbers comes when you have audience. So we have discussed on event marketing that and how events can be promoted, what are the tools, techniques, channels that we use to promote event to an audience, effective pricing, appropriate location, adequate attention, and audience is receiving what they are expecting from the events. So attention, interest, desire, and action, IDA model of communication. Generally, we talk about which is simple model of communication. IDA. A for attention, I for interest, D for desire, A for action. So marketer use this basic communication model to target the audience. I took one snapshot from the website called Eventbrite. Eventbrite is one of the most popular event planner online, offline in UK. They also host conferences, networking conferences, and number of other activities in UK. And they have categorizes the activities or timeline of event marketing like pre-event activities, event launch, day to day, and last call, and the day of event. So as a planner, we have to do many tasks like creating pre-event page, either through you have your website, social media announcement, posting the messages on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, number of things. It's the pre-event activities, blogs, partner outreach, identifying the sponsors. Generally, if you see in terms of sponsorship, so who sponsor the events for youth and adults in music concert? Audience. Where is my audience? Yeah. Who generally sponsor the events for youth and adults if you are organizing a music concert? Any guesses? Where is my audience? Yeah, anyone?
Liquor companies.
Yeah, liquor companies, beverages companies, you can say largely. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And what else? Any other sponsorships?
Fashion brands.
Yeah, very true. Energy drinks, yes. Energy drinks, Bisleri, or is your uh, many other brands are there in the category of energy drinks.
Sir,
Fashion,
automobiles. Automobiles.
automobiles, your gadget companies, electronic
Absolutely.
gadgets. Yes,
Yes.
these are the companies who actually identify the audience at these places. Music companies, Budweiser, or any music concert organizations, those who release CDs for specific music programs. So they are the sponsors of those events. Well, it could be a beauty company like Lakme or something else. They may also find out their target audience and they may approach that audience. They sponsor the events. The credit card companies, especially, I would like to highlight the credit card companies, the banking firms also now approaching the young adults these days, and they are selling credit cards by sponsoring some events which connects youth, young millennials into the market. So it is important to see how to plan your event, pre-event activities, event launch email. You start sending emails, press release. You organize a press conference to summarize the story of your event, where you invite some of the media persons who will cover your story, your video. They are important person in the marketing, media person, press. You give special place in your event, special tickets, free tickets to some of the important key people in media, blogs and social media writing. The team who is doing writing the blogs, writing some positive things and good things about your event, updates on social media, timelines on social media, creating a page on social media, partnership with sponsors means seal the deal. Generally in industry, people talk about seal the deal concept. Whether it's a banking firm or is a fashion or apparel brands, or is energy drink or beverages company, those who serve free drinks in the events. Automobile companies organize some contest during that event, and they offer some new release, new launch bike to someone who win the contest during that event. So all things are very planned. Nothing is unstructured. Everything is planned. Day to day, regular email, following up, blogging, updating information, guest post, testimonial updates, what people think about, and how eagerly they are waiting for happening of this event. Some are paid promotions. Then last call, final email, follow up, preparing list, referrals, phone call, influencer marketing, the one who can influence. You use some face. You are using Virat Kohli for some event. You are hiring Amitabh Bachchan for some event. You are hiring Alia Bhatt for some event, or some popular name in the industry who can influence the audience. So these are the planning phases, organizing phase, and the execution. So now come to the branding. What is brand? In marketing, we generally talks about brand is logo, brand is a design, or brand is something that people can recognize very easily whether it is a G of Google, whether it is a U of Unilever, P and G of Procter and Gamble. So people recognize very easily after seeing the logo, the design. And the design somewhere exists in the consumer mind because of repeated exposures through communication, through advertisement, through direct marketing, through mobile marketing, through public relations, through outdoor media, OTT platforms. There are so many things to do that how company actually approach you. So you cannot miss. So brand is expectation, brand is a memory, brand is a story, relationship with the products, with the services. And how people associate with the brands. They feel proud. They feel some brands are very inspirational brands. Why people want to purchase Apple? Why? Why Apple? Anything special with the brand Apple? So, people expect to have such brands. Why Gucci become a famous brand? Why Gap is becoming a famous brand? Why the apparel and fashion brands are so popular? Zara is so popular as a fashion brand. Something is unique and people expect, and they create, nurture and develop the relationship with the consumers, and they do so many exercises. So in the same line, I would like to discuss few branding model which I thought is important. As a marketer, I always used to discuss these model in the context of branding of the products and services, and the same thing can be implemented in the events case as well. So in the circle you can see brand equity, and the purpose of the branding, the purpose of doing the entire marketing effort is to create brand equity. Equity is the value, how much value you are generating out of that, how much value you are generating. And what are the antecedents who create that? Your brand loyalty, the name awareness, perceived quality, brand associations, and other proprietary brand assets where you have the copyrights. No one else can use without your permission. Brand equity requires brand identity, name and symbol. So the name and symbol are very relevant, very important in case of branding. And the event planner, event marketer, or the organizer has to develop certain symbol or name or identity of the event. Whether is a IPL of Indian Premier League, IPL in the blue background with white fonts, IPL. This is identity of IPL. So people can recognize. If you can recall my last discussion on the day one, I have shown you certain logos. Is a Wimbledon, IPL, or X number of others. FIFA. Although the event is going to be conducted in 2021, but that identity is created. The name is given to the event. FIFA 2021 Qatar. And a special design is created for that. So the things are connected. And brand equity provides value to customers, Customer here is audience. Since this model is more applicable in marketing and branding of product and services, but we can also use this model in case of events. That's why the terminology is more towards the customers, product. They are the marketing terminologies. And consumer enhanced value leads to what? Enhancing the firm value. Loyalty, pricing, premium pricing, brand extensions, trade leverage, and competitive advantage. So ultimately, every firm wants to enhance the value, profit maximization, wealth maximization. And similarly, for any event company, they also go with profit, value creation, value generation, margin. At least they should have some profit after conducting the events. For example, you can see the last year, only this year in February, Auto Expo was concluded in India, the motor show. So identity is given to this motor show by developing a logo, a design. You can see the different colors, different shapes, the design. Similarly, the event which is going to be happen, and I think this would be the mega event is going to be happen in India, which is starting in March 2021 in Haridwar, Uttarakhand. The logo is released by the Uttarakhand government, specifically the tourism department of Uttarakhand. The logo is already released. The design is already released. Kumbh Mela 2021. In March 2020, Chief Minister of Uttarakhand released this logo and signaled the starting of activities of preparing that Kumbh Mela event. So this is how they started the branding, marketing. I'm going to share another example. To what extent some events occupy a special image. During COVID time, we have all seen a very difficult situations, personally, professionally, on financial front, number of things. All communities around the globe were praying for the solution, vaccine, to become as soon as. And during the time from January 2020 and December 2020, people are praying just to, phase out or complete that over. This year should be over as soon as. But in this 1 year of 2020, a lot of things happened. A lot of things. People talked about Sushant murder case. That also become a story in media. Then people talk about India-China war. That supposed to be happen in 2020 only. Then people talk about Corona updates, and Corona updates. So fear in mind, what is happening. And gradually we moved to some other stories. And some people were looking for the liquor near me on Google. That is also a story, a search story on Google. And you can see The IPL was most trending queries on Google in 2020 during this COVID time. And Google India announced Indian Premier League is most searched query throughout the year, was followed by coronavirus and US election result. Yes, US election, no doubt, is a mega event in the US market and which have a long lasting impact on the global market as well in terms of economic relations, political relations, business relations, number of relations depends on who will be the new president. Most sound economy of the global market. So you can imagine to what extent IPL is able to get success in the mind of consumers. People were not worried about the coronavirus. People were worried about IPL. And there were few interesting queries also on Google Trend. Google, that liquor shop near me, people were searching for liquor. People were not searching for coronavirus solution. People were searching for liquor shop. So these are some interesting facts. And IPL and the team IPL or event planner of IPL would be most happy to see that IPL is most successful event in India or outside India. Maybe the people want to release the pressure. They don't want to think about coronavirus more. And IPL was the event the people were waiting for, just to release the stress, cheering up again. So this is what is the outcome of positioning, to how people think, where your event is in the mind of consumer. This is what positioning is. Another model of branding, which is very important, which came after almost 10 years of David Ecker's model in 1991, Kevin Keller's brand equity model, which talks about developing brand identity, identifying the meaning, giving the meaning to your brand response, and brand resonance. Who you are, what about you, and what about you and me. Similarly, this model is also applicable to the marketing in marketing context, but this model can also be applicable in the events. Events is also a kind of product and services to the market. And they are becoming more organized these days. So when we talk about this model, application of this model, the crux of this model is to develop a strong brand to the market. And it must be based on how customers think and feel about your product. You have to develop or build a right type of experiences. Positive thoughts, feelings, beliefs, opinions, perception, everything matters. Everything matters in marketing. You are sad, you are happy, your opinion, your perception, your positive thought, negative thought, everything matters in marketing. Everything. What you eat, what you drink, what you purchase, what you search, what you see, what you noticed, everything is important in marketing. In business context, we generally use the concept of, mystery shoppers and consumer tracking. Companies use cameras, eye tracking tools in the store, in the in the retail store, the customers are looking at what point, on which shelf, on which brand, on which product, what they are buying. In the first month buying, second month buying, third month buying. Similarly, if you purchase something on Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, companies start following you based on your search. They start offering discounts, promos through text messages, mobile, website, email, pop-ups, because they are tracking you. What is your interest? Where you are looking at? You are looking at the shoes, you are looking at jewelry, you are looking at laptop, mobile, TV, what, and you will see the similar kind of promotions from those companies. And to what extent they are going, even the product is not available on website, you may go for reminder when product is available, and company will give you reminder when products will in the stock. So this is what the strategic moves the firms are doing. But the important thing is engagement, how you are engaging your consumers. Marketing is successful when your customer is engaged with you. I asked one question from one of my student of executive program who is working as a regional head for Sony Max, Set Max. And I asked one interesting question, कि why Suryavansham always come very frequently on Set Max? Why you are promoting Suryavansham every time on Set Max? So he simply replied with a smiling face, "Sir, audience want to see the movie again and again. The TRP is very high for that movie, even though the movie was very flop at that time. And we intentionally release those movies, those who connect the consumers and audience, TRP. And TRP is important, television rating points. People don't feel bored. And they love to watch. And this is a study they conducted. And at same time, how many people are watching the Set Max and specifically the movies? The craze for South Indian movies is increasing day by day on every media platform, whether G Cinema, Set Max, and Picture, Star, or any. Why? He answered me because Set Max also release very popular movies in South India. So people want to see the movie, their action, their drama, the emotion, and most importantly, family. Incorporating the family element in the movies. And of course, very limited number of songs that the Bollywood movies have. So he answered very nicely because he is handling these situations. At what time I have to release, at what time I have not to release. Similarly, is important. Branding is important. Promotion is important. We use brand identity. We talk about brand meaning, focusing on performance, imagery, judgment, feelings, and connecting the feelings and achievements of brand with the success. What about you and me? Brand is succeeding because my consumers are succeeding. And Apple, Google, Amazon, Disney, they are most successful brands of in the year 2020. Another model that we apply, that is Cano model of branding. or Kano model of quality success in marketing. This model is given by Japanese Society for Quality Control in somewhere in 1984. This model is using the two components for as a parameter, that is customer satisfaction and product function. So every marketing or the firm, those who are offering any product, service, or events come in services. They must focus on three things: the performance attributes, which are the standards. Second is threshold attributes, that minimally you have to serve your customer. Minimum offerings, minimum to survive in the industry. Threshold attributes. And third is your excitement attributes. What excites the consumer to talk about your brand, to think about your product, think about your event? Excitement attributes. And excitement attributes play a very important role to connect with that event. Whether it's some free tickets, whether it's the engagement of celebrity, or the concept of the event, it could be anything. So what excites the audience to join the event? I am now going to talk about some of the important stories, how IPL become one of the richest league in cricket and sports.
Ashish, sound is not there.
Just sound is not there. Just a minute. Yeah, please confirm now.
No, no sound. Very less sound.
Okay, no problem. I'll share this slide again with you in a few seconds. Just wait.
Open in tab. Open
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tab.
I'm just doing this only.
Mhm. Ah.
My slide is visible. Video screen is visible.
No, not yet.
Okay, just wait.
Yeah.
Now it is.
No. Yes, it's coming.
It's a sport that dates back over 400
Yeah,
years.
now it's fine.
And as of 2019, it is
We
officially
can hear
played
it.
in 104 countries around the world. But cricket's popularity is starting to take a hit, and things are especially bad in the country of its birth, the UK. Ratings there have fallen off a cliff. Less people are playing the sport, and attendance at traditional Test cricket matches is falling. Part of the problem, you can no longer watch cricket on TV for free in the UK. In 2005, the sport became a pay-to-watch event on TV when the England Cricket Board sold the broadcasting rights to Sky Sports.
By selling out to Sky Sports, whilst that brought a lot of money into the game for the clubs and the ECB, it killed the television audience. And since that day, we've seen attendance has declined, we've seen participation decline, we've seen the sport really struggle to generate the next generation of fans and players.
Another problem, attention spans appear to be getting shorter. Traditional games known as test matches last for 5 days, and cricket enthusiasts just aren't as patient as they used to be.
So you are asking people to give up a lot of their leisure time, and we know that working commitments are higher in the UK now than ever before. People are being asked to work more and have less disposable income and free time, so that's a big factor as well with a sport like cricket.
But there's one country where cricket is more popular than ever, India. Cricket's worldwide fan base is comprised of roughly 1 billion people, and the Indian subcontinent alone makes up 90% of those fans. In India, the country adopted a brand new, shorter format of the game that has drastically cut down on playing time from days to hours. The Indian Premier League, or the IPL, has only been around for 12 years, but it's fast become one of the most popular and valuable cricket leagues on the planet. The IPL's brand value has nearly doubled in the last 5 years. In 2018, the league was valued at $6.3 billion. It rakes in $510 million each year from its broadcasting rights deal, making it the only cricket league in the world to crack the top 20 most valuable media rights deals in all of professional sports, joining the ranks of the NFL, the NBA, and MLB. So how did the IPL become one of the most lucrative cricket leagues on the planet? And could this surge in popularity engineer a turnaround for cricket on the world stage? The first record of cricket being played as an adult sport was in 1611 in England. The sport started to take shape in the 17th century, and by 1709, it was recognized as a legitimate pro sport. This was about the time that professional village cricketers were hired to join county teams. By the early 18th century, cricket was the leading sport in London and other counties across England. Because of the reach of the British Empire, the sport took root around the world.
When it came to the British Empire, and when it came to Britain colonizing the world, cricket was seen as a way potentially of civilizing the world. Cricket has a series of mores, has a series of codes of conduct, such as walking when the umpire gives you out. There was an element as well of muscular Christianity, that healthy exercise was very, very good.
As early as the 17th century, cricket was being played in English colonies in North America, and during the 18th century, colonists introduced cricket to the West Indies and Australia, while mariners from Britain's East India Trading Company brought the game to India. In the 19th century, New Zealand and South Africa also began to play the sport. Over the years, cricket has evolved into 3 different formats: Test cricket, One Day, and 2020. The Test cricket format debuted in 1877. These matches last 5 days, up in about 3 hours. Each version of cricket has leagues around the world, but 2020 is the most popular format of the game today. And in India, it created its own 2020 league in 2007 when it rolled out the Indian Premier League. In India, cricket is huge. It's been a staple in Indian sports since the 1700s, and it's currently the most popular sport in the country. The IPL is one of the richest sports properties in the world. And while the IPL isn't the only cricket league in India, it is the most successful league in the country. The 48-day annual tournament was created in 2007 with the help of the Board of Control for Cricket in India and Indian businessman Lalit Modi. Even though cricket already had a few pro cricket leagues, they wanted to capitalize on the commercial success of 2020. So they modeled the IPL in a similar nature to pro sports in the US. The IPL was specifically modeled after the likes of the NFL, which has a decentralized league, meaning that all teams are owned and operated independently. Also similar to the NFL model, the IPL is its own league with its own unique structure. There is a separate T20 World Cup where India competes, but that's different from the IPL. Even though matches are all held in India, Team rosters are chock full of top international talent. In 2018, team spent $94 million to buy 169 players in an auction, up from its $14 million for 66 players in 2017.
But what you've actually got in the IPL are franchises who represent a city, a place, an industrial heartland, and you've got, therefore, the support of some major entrepreneurs. So rather than, let's say, Delhi against North Zone, you've got your IPL franchises based around the cities, and that has actually had a massive impact in terms of global cricket.
To make sure the stands are filled with as many IPL fans as possible and to maximize TV viewership, matches are typically played in the evening and on weekends. The IPL is a huge moneymaker in India. Since 2014, the IPL's brand valuation has doubled to $6.3 billion. The reason? The IPL has one of the largest fan bases for a single sports league in the world. During its opening week of the 2018 season, the IPL broke records when 371 million viewers tuned in to watch. And by the last week of the tournament, a total of 769 million fans watched the 2018 IPL season. The ad revenue generated for that season was over $276 million, according to Star India's managing director. High ratings and ad dollars were a big part of why major US media companies had their eyes on the IPL's broadcasting rights. When the IPL launched in 2008, the league issued media rights to Singapore-based sports marketing agency, World Sport Group. They broadcasted IPL matches on India's Sony Max TV channel. Under the terms of the 10-year contract, World Sport Group paid the IPL approximately $1 million per match in its first year for the exclusive broadcasting rights. The overall value of that broadcasting deal was $918 million. When the broadcasting deal expired in 2017, there was a global bidding war for exclusive rights for the IPL. Fox and Sony put in competing bids, while Facebook also put its hat in the ring for the 2018-2022 digital rights of the IPL, making a $600 million offer. Those TV and digital rights eventually went to Fox. The American broadcaster struck a 5-year, $2.55 billion deal for the global media rights of the IPL. The price per match jumped from $1 million to about $8.47 million per game. For comparison, the NFL cost per game is around $22.5 million. The English Premier League is around $13.2 million. The NBA is close to $2 million, and the MLB is just $630,000 per game. Just 2 years after the ink dried on the Fox IPL deal, Disney completed a $71 billion deal for Fox Entertainment's assets. One of the assets that Disney now owns is Hotstar, the Indian video streaming company. In 2019, that streaming service set a global record for the number of people tuning into a live streaming event. There were 18.6 million concurrent viewers watching the IPL's final match on Hotstar's website and app. And with that kind of viewership, naming rights for the IPL are also huge for the league. Since 2008, the IPL's naming rights have changed hands 3 times, from brands DLF to PepsiCo India, and finally to Vivo, a mobile handset manufacturer in China. Vivo first took over title sponsorship in 2015, and in 2017, Vivo signed a fresh 5-year deal with the IPL worth approximately $341 million. In 2018, the average salary of cricket players in the IPL jumped nearly 30% from the year before, all thanks to the massive TV deal signed with Fox in 2017. Before that deal, players across the league had an average salary of $3.9 million, but in 2018, the average salary was just over $5 million. And unlike other major sports leagues, the IPL season is so short that players have a chance to bank even more cash in the off-season. The IPL takes place in the spring, starting at the end of March or early April and continuing through May. That means cricketers have the flexibility to play for other clubs around the world. Take the Mumbai Indians player Kieran Pollard. In 2017, he earned more than $1 million for 2 months that he played for the Mumbai Indians in the IPL. In that same year, Pollard had multiple revenue streams from playing for cricket leagues in Australia, Bangladesh, and South Africa. But just as cricket first spread across the world in the 18th century, cricket's latest format of 2020 is similarly taking root across the globe. There's even a record-breaking investment for a 2020 league in a country where cricket isn't even remotely popular, the US. In May 2019, USA Cricket received a $1 billion investment from American Cricket Enterprises to develop a 2020 league in America. It's one of the biggest deals for development of domestic cricket in the US, and the launch of the league is set to take off in 2021. Since the 2020 cricket format was introduced in 2003, it has taken the cricket world by storm, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
So, after seeing this video, very detailed video on event marketing, event branding, and the business they are getting
Ashish,
from
your
this.
voice is coming on a very low decibel. थोड़ा सा वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ.
My system volume is on high side, so full 100.
Okay, fine, fine.
And so you can see from this video very detailed explanation of entire story behind a very success story of IPL event, whether it's success story of a sponsors, success story of the players, and the one who is actually organizing, whether it's a BCCI or is a franchising team independently owned by the entrepreneurs or the businessmen or some other interested parties. So success of event depends on many things, that how you are approaching your audience. As you have seen that test cricket was becoming dated, and people don't want to spend 5 days or 4 days in a stadium for just a very a slow game, and people want to see become a very fast. And one day is also popular, but it's still the format 2020 format is quite popular these days in India. And India is a largest population base, and everybody's focusing on to promoting such events to gain more visibility and more businesses uh, in such kind of events. So if we see how we actually promote the different events on different media channels, that is also important part of branding and promoting the events. You can see one example of Disney. Disney is promoting one event for the kids, connecting kids and nature, where Disney is helping the kids to spend more time with nature. Although Disney is famous for leisure entertainment activities, but being a part of his corporate philanthropy and social responsibility, they are organizing continuous events for connecting the nature program, and it aims to increase the time the kids spend in nature through programs and the grants they offer to the families and the kids. And since 2012, more than 38 million kids and families have been connected with nature experiences. 26 million experiences via Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, 12 million experiences via Disney Conservation Fund grants to non-profit organizations. So, these events are also one type of events to create awareness about nature, connecting the kids with nature, because people are playing more time on gadgets, mobile, TV, but they are not moving out from their home. And it is very important for the corporates, although they are earning profit for from conducting events, but they are also giving back to society by conducting such events. And Disney is one which is running this event since 2012, and this information is available on their website as well, what they are doing under this project of event. Another promotion of events we can see from websites like Book My Show. Book My Show is a platform where people promote, upload their events, activities, and Book My Show actually offer visibility to those events and activities. You can search events in your town, events in your state, events in your nearby areas where you are, and you may also see the categories of events that you are interested in. So you may also show up the reminders, set the updates about these events. You can see another is also the Book My Show Enterprise Towns script, which also share events, music events, events near you, educational learning events, entertainment events, tech events, business events, sports and fitness event, travel events. There are so many kinds of category. You can browse the events by the category. Yeah, one such event conducted by us as well in 2019, that is your TEDx event. And TEDx is one of the popular events, very organized and formal events by the TED team. And you as an institution, you as a one of the institution in India or abroad or globally, these are the global events. You may also connect or invite some of the very important or key speakers through this TEDx platform. And TEDx also helps you in identifying and searching for very very speaker, those who contributed in society, in technology, in entertainment and design area, because TED refers to technology, entertainment and design. So their major focus of event is based on TED, which is technology, E for entertainment and the design. Similarly, the theme was developed by the students of the event committee of the IIFT students, and largely in our institute, students do this exercise. And it is a student committee developed the whole idea of conducting this theme identity. That is, I talked about identity, brand identity, logo development, dream, desire, and discover. And that you can see the man with the wings. This is the the statue which is installed in the IFT campus, which shows about that openness, freedom in learning. So this is the logo, that is an institute logo, and the X is a X factor. Generally, people talk about X factor. What is unique about you? So dream, desire, and discover was the theme of that event that conducted last year. Similarly, IFT Kolkata, which is our extension center in Kolkata, they also conducted a TED event, theme label unlocked. And now now I'm going to just a minute. I'm going to share one a small video how the TED brands are actually started, and they become a very formal kind of events in the global market. Now you can see it is visible to you. Yeah, please confirm. It is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How to
Yes, sir.
TEDx brand.
Yes, sir.
TED is a non-profit devoted to ideas worth spreading. It started out in 1984 as a conference bringing together people from three worlds: technology, entertainment, design. This is TED logo. Created in the spirit of TED's mission, Ideas Worth Spreading, the TEDx program is designed to give communities, organizations, and individuals the opportunity to stimulate dialogue through TED, like experience at the local level. This is TEDx logo. You can't use TED or TEDx logo in your event. You must use your own event's official, unique TEDx brand identity. Your event logo type should look like this one. Place name should be replaced with your licensee event name. The TEDx logo is unique artwork that has been created to brand and market all TEDx events. Make sure to use the correct typeface and colors. You can use this logo creator to be sure to get it right. This rule applies to all TEDx events type. Adding the corresponding word to place name, for example TEDx Youth at place name, TEDx place name Saloon, TEDx place name Cinema, TEDx place name Women, TEDx place name Ed. Do not set the place name in all caps or change its size. Do not change the color of TEDx, the place name, or the X in the tagline. Do not invent or create your own brand. Do not place your TEDx events logo on other colors or on photographic, patterned, or illustrative backgrounds. When you use your TEDx Events logo, it must be accompanied by the tagline X equals independently organized TED event. Your event's TEDx logo must appear on your website. On social networks like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, Flickr. Of course, on your stage design. In your booklet program, do all sorts of things for your event with your logo, like t-shirts, bags, banners, cards, food, flyers, tags, bottles, stages, games, pins, books, pens, decorations, and everything you can imagine. Have fun! For more How to TEDx videos, please visit www.ted.com/TEDx.
So from this video, you can see that how formal is the event and to what extent they are focusing on specifically the design, placing the logo, the color of the logo. You cannot change the color of the logo. You cannot change the design of the logo, and where to place the name of the institution, organization, woman, event, and at what side, at what font size. Everything is very clearly mentioned. And when you will visit the website of the TED event, you will find, the protocols which are supposed to be followed by the event organizers. If you are not following, they will not give the license to organize the event. And the team will come, they visit to see the preparation, the color, the background, the stage. Everything is important for this TED event, because this events categorized as one of the most formal events to share the ideas among the audience. Now I'm coming to the presentation. You know, for Kumbh Mela, because this is one of the important event in India, and we also talked about in the previous slides as well. The state government of Uttar Pradesh utilized the face of Bollywood star Amitabh Bachchan to promote the Kumbh Mela, to invite the audience from the domestic as well as from global markets, because Amitabh Bachchan is very renowned face in the Bollywood as well as in the entertainment and cinema industry. And people recognize, respect, and aspire, follow. The fan following is very strong of this superstar, and the government thought to use his face as a face for the Kumbh Mela, as a brand. You can say the brand ambassador for that. So the brand identity, connecting the brand identity with the purpose of the event, and how you design the logo. Because branding is so vast topic. I can conduct a week workshop on branding, how to develop the brands, how to nurture the brand, how to design the brand. It is so vast topic. I can take a 1 week workshop on this only. Since we are talking about the very short notice and the focus is on events, so I will focus specifically on the events. So we talk about the website, how the websites are developed. It is promoted through website as well. One another media is the social media, and social media is now growing channels for acceptance by consumers and followers and users. And the firms, event firms, organizers, individual persons are utilizing. You can see the Facebook official Facebook pages of Kumbh Mela 2009, 2021 and 2019. And 2021 Kumbh Mela is organized by the Uttarakhand government in Haridwar, and 2019 Kumbh Mela was organized by the Uttar Pradesh government. So uh, social media is also one of the important platform to engage, connect, and nurture the relationship with the audience among the users, and it is quite popular these days. And the users on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram are so high, and the visibility of such pages are very high on these pages, and customers and users also share. This is the Twitter page. Twitter is also comes in the category of social media. 2019 Kumbh Mela, organized by the UP government. I'm taking this as a case study, how the social media and different media used as a platform to engagement of the consumers. So government as an organizer is also taking the step towards engagement of the consumers, and they are promoting such events on the Twitter, YouTube, and other platform. You can see the Instagram page of the 2019 and Kumbh Mela 2021. It may be independently created by some of the other organizations as well, not necessarily that every time government is creating. Many times you will find some other pages which are created by the independent organizers or independent parties or a non-government organization or some event planners as well. But our purpose is to that what are the platforms on which we generally promote, and people may think of promoting their events for connecting the large number of audiences. You can see one of the another Facebook page, eventfaqs.com, where people promote some official or other kind of platforms on Facebook pages. And this is one example of Facebook page where you can create your own page as well as Facebook, and you may also utilize the groups of events or other pages to promote their events as well. Now, promoting events through mobile apps. So mobile apps are another way of connecting the consumers. One such example is Google Play Store. If you will search your Google Play, you will find the mobile apps of IPL 2020 and Kumbh 19. So
Thank you for sharing.
where you can see the information about Kumbh Mela, the health, sanitation, emergency services, hospitality services, all type of services on this, and you may install this application. I hope that Uttarakhand government will also in process of developing such application to track the audience, to provide the information through mobile app. This is also one of the platform to engage and connect the customers or audience. Similarly, IPL also having this application on mobile for seeing the latest video, latest updates, sharing comments, and seeing the results. So mobile apps are also one of the platform for promoting and engaging. Another media channels we use: newspaper, outdoor, wall painting. You can see the trains were painted on the theme of Kumbh Mela. Buses were painted on the theme of Kumbh Mela, and even the airline company used to dress somewhere on saffron color for a day to promote the theme of Kumbh Mela. And you can see the Prayagraj, where the Kumbh Mela was organized in 2019. They painted all the walls of the cities on the themes, different themes of the Kumbh Mela, history of Kumbh Mela, and the stories associated with the Kumbh and the history of Kumbh. So these is all things are branding or promoting, which is used by the promotion of events largely by the either the government or by the event planners. You can see these platforms are also utilized by the some of the good platforms like Vatika hair shampoo, or Dainik Bhaskar, or Aaj Tak. So they have also used these places for marketing of their products and services, and they found very interesting because large gathering comes together at one place, and the brand visibility, brand identity creation is very high, on a very high side. I remember one most popular example of Hindustan Unilever Limited product of Lifebuoy. Lifebuoy actually started with the help of a hotel owner to promote this campaign, and they actually distributed chapatis into the akhadas and to the people those who were staying in Prayagraj, and they distributed the chapatis with the print of Lifebuoy se haath dhoye kya, to promote the hygiene in the open area, open, not to go for open defecation, utilize the toilets by the temporary toilets created by the government. So this is what these are also important campaigns run by the industries to promote the event as well. You can see the newspaper as well, and the recent one is Dev Deepavali, just concluded in Varanasi on this the Purnima Tithi of the November of the Kartik month. And you can see this is also one of considered as an event, because lakhs of the diyas were there, as, and it becomes a record. It is recorded, and this become a event in Varanasi, and globally it is organized, acclaimed by the recognized by the media people and other agencies. So these are also the way of promoting, and people utilize these platforms for the promotion of their events. Of course, they are paid ones. Nothing is free. Word of mouth publicity people do free, but they are all paid platforms where you have to pay the money to subscribe the services. Another example of hiring and creating the brandings. I'm taking one example of the industry, crew for event. Crew for event helps the if some please kindly mute your mic. Some noise is
Um,
coming.
yeah, just to remind you, it's 11:20.
Yeah. So I'm just concluding and in a few minutes. Okay. Yeah. So you can see the crew for event is one example. If somebody is interested in organizing the event, and they may utilize the services of this company helps the organizer in identifying the audience, offering the crew, offering the models for the promotion, brand promotion, and a number of things they do. And they also do promote the brands on different events. Now coming to the positioning, which is the last part. Positioning, as we discussed, creating a unique image in the mind of consumers, through their depth investigation of consumers' mind, what type of events that competitors are offering, how many attendees you require, who is attending, what are the specific areas, what would be the size, and how you will seize your event with unique qualities, and how receptive would your event concept, the location, attention, and competitive cost. These are the key consideration in the event branding or event positioning. One such strategy, because we have to learn the strategy and the models of how to do, as we learn in the branding, Acker model is used, Keller model is used, Kano model is used. Similarly, the perceptual mapping is also used as a positioning strategy, where people collect the data, understand the information based on opinion survey, based on the market survey, reviews, polls, and they are able to graphically represent that information based on the engagement. One such example I am showing in the slide, that is, one companies want to measure the engagement of individuals or people on social media, so they can classify the parameters based on the total engagement in social media is low, total engagement is high, how much time they are spending on the site, whether they are spending high time or they are spending low time. So you may categorize the companies. There's a perceptual mapping of the of the company. Similarly, I take another business example. Intentionally I have kept, because generally in marketing we use this exercise to understand the consumer perception toward brands. So how brands are performing and what customers are feeling. So this is based on the consumer perception, whether you are and you may capture this information based on polls, reviews, interviews, and surveys, and you may define your own criteria of positioning. It is We are not restricted that we have to use some specific criteria. You may use any criteria for classifying and mapping the perception. Now I'm coming to this one example, a small exercise that I need my audience attention now. That I have created this slide blank intentionally so that I can fill the slide based on your response. This is one exercise that I'm just we will finish in just 2 or 3 minutes with your active participation. I'm doing now perceptual mapping of events, and I am, as an event planner, want to prepare a map what my audience think about the event, and how events can be mapped based on these criteria, and criteria is based on audience type and nature of the event. So I have kept the event nature in formal event or informal event. Type of audience is young or adult, mature or elderly. So based on this four quadrant classification, so any of you would be able to answer that what would be the event that you may plan, or that the event will come under formal and young adult category, where you are organizing formal event for young or adult people.
Management meet.
Pardon?
Management meets.
Management. Okay, so you business meets, right?
Yeah. It's a formal and only
Yeah, yeah,
students
yeah.
will appear.
Okay, so you are talking, you are saying that business meets may be organized as a part of this formal. Okay, what else? What else?
No, I mean to say,
Formal?
sir, business schools normally they conduct management
Yes,
meets with the
yes.
other students.
True, true, true.
That
Very
one.
true, very true. What else? What else? What else?
So this
Just think,
campus
just think.
training, campus trainings,
Campus training. Okay.
school placement trainings.
Job fair we can write.
Yeah, job fairs, melas, they,
Yeah, yeah, they are formal events and it is
young and
primarily
adult
organized for your young
students.
and adults. Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm coming to the second quadrant, formal events for mature and elderly audience.
60
Yeah.
years.
Uh, retirement,
Yes,
retirement,
retirement is a
retirement,
formal. 60 years.
retirement party, which is formally organized by the department itself or
Yes.
the colleagues,
Yes.
those who work. So it could be considered as one of the formal event for mature and elderly people. And what comes under this mature and informal? Any idea? Mature and
The 60
informal.
years a marriage celebration, jubilee, silver jubilee.
Yeah, right. And what comes under young adult plus informal event?
This students meetings in for freshers party. These are informal.
Yeah, fresher. Yeah, very true, very true. So I am on the basis of my experience, I prepared this slide, and this is my personal classification that I
Yes.
have prepared in the morning itself at 5:30 a.m.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I felt that formal and young adults could be convocation ceremony or graduation ceremony, which are formal events organized by universities
Yes.
for the young adults. Quiz events like business schools organize quiz events formally like Born Vita, IMA management quiz. As you said, the job fair also comes into this. So you may classify. It is very important for a planner to whom we are organizing, to whom the audience. And without audience, your event is not successful at all.
Yes.
Formal plus mature, like retirement party, as we discussed, wedding anniversaries are also planned very in a very systematic way. Silver jubilee, golden jubilee, they are also now planned, and event planners are also hired when people want to celebrate at large level.
Yes.
If you see the informal, mature versus informal spiritual gathering, like I have observed in many cities, Bhagavad Katha is conducted by individuals, and
Yes.
they are
Hanuman
large
Chalisa
gathering.
bhajan,
Yes,
bhajan.
bhajan programs and other spiritual
Yes.
speeches organized at temples. So they are where mature and elderly people go to visit, and sometimes they are organized and many times they are unorganized. Kumbh Mela, you may see largely it is informal because we are not supposed to follow very strict guidelines or protocols. People go, people attend, people stay. It is the government responsibility to provide the hospitality, tents, and sometimes people arrange their own tents and spaces. When we see the informal or young adult political rallies, they are informal. Like young people participate in the political rallies like ABVP rally or something kind of political rally participation into some other promoting some yuva neta or student neta in university.
Yes.
And like games are also comes under informal sometime when the active participations are there. So when there is no strict protocols to be followed, it comes under informal. And music concerts where people go enjoy, celebrate, eat, drink, and expressions. So this is the personal classification I have created for better understanding of positioning. You may also create your own perceptual map to whom I am organizing, what people think about my event, and how the event can be classified based on the some criteria. So this is one small exercise we do. And
So I
this
have
is the
a question. Can I?
yeah, please.
Yeah. In this perception map, we cannot apply more than two parameters, no?
No, you cannot
Formal and
apply.
informal, and
No. You may use two parameters. One is on positive or negative, or you defining your bipolar. On the one end, you will define whether a positive, negative side, low or high. So you can use
okay.
the perceptual mapping with multi-dimensional. So that is known as multi-dimensional scaling.
Okay.
in
Yeah,
marketing.
yeah. MDS.
Okay.
Okay.
MDS, yes, multi-dimensional scale.
Okay. Thank you.
You can do that exercise. Yes.
Thank you.
So, 9 P's of marketing, like people, planning, product, price, promotion, place, partner, presentation, passion. These are the success mantras, or success P's of the event marketing and branding. And we covered all P's in the today's discussion on event marketing. And one interesting thing, that even the Harvard Business School wrote a very interesting case study on Kumbh Mela. When it was conducted in somewhere in 2013, I was the part of, as a student, I participated in data collection for the Harvard School team in Prayagraj. And by ending this session by saying this line, that the traditional business models for events is dead now, the future is going to be a hybrid. So whether you are going for event, you may also plan online live streaming as well as physical, what is happening live. So it is going hand on hand now. You can see virtual mode on Hotstar, and you can see the games on by sitting at stadium. So now things are going hybrid. People are deploying the mixed model of event management and branding. And last, I would like to share one more interesting video with you. Then I'll conclude. Or I think I am running out of time since I have to attend the one important meeting. So you may see this. Thank you so much. This is, I have concluded now. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Dr. Ashish. Now I would, since we are falling short of time and our other resource person have joined in already, so we'll be just moving on to the next session. But before that, I would request Mr. Visakh Jain to please give us the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all the participants present in the FDP program. Thank you, Dr. Ashish Gupta, sir, for enlightening us with your words. Your knowledge is very fruitful for us. The video and the Keller's brand equity model are very informative and are a good learning experience for us. Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and giving us an insight of the branding of event. Thank you once again, sir.
Yeah, thank you everybody for your patience listening. I would like to thank Dr. Walia for giving another chance for interaction with the participant. I'm sure the FDP is going wonderful, and you have a very learning experience as a team, as an individual. And since this is the last session, I would like to congratulate you all for a successful completion of your FDP, and wish you a very wonderful new year ahead, and wish
Corona
you a
free.
very healthy, happy, and corona-free new year.
Thank you, Dr. Ashish, for giving your precious time to us and basically for 2 sessions. We are really grateful and thankful to you. And you have really give us good insights on event management on both the topics. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Walia. Thank you so much. Looking forward. Thank you.
Okay.